Anybody have any questions? Yes.
What do you do when you're on stage and you are talking about something really gross?
Talking about something really gross on stage. My friend Rich Scheidner has kind of a little metaphor for that. He says you can walk an audience up to a toilet, but don't make them look in. Okay, so that's kind of a rule of thumb within the whole thing. But what I find is that you can tell when it's too gross, and that gross line moves. Some audiences will let you do really gross stuff and go anywhere with you. You have to read the situation. Some are going to be very skittish, so you don't want to go, you might even drop all that material altogether, possibly. What I find is there's one trick that I know of is when the audience kind of gives you that disgust groan, you know what I mean, where they go, oh! They're doing that to communicate to you that what you're talking about is gross, and they think that it's gross. Okay, giving you real clear communication. Now, whether you take it further is a choice you've got to make. Some people like to go, oh, really, you thought that was bad? And they go a hell of a lot further with it, okay? Some people back down, shift material. Those are all personal choices. The idea is to know what's going on and what the audience is communicating with you. The one trick that I know of is if you know it's kind of gross, do that groan at the beginning of the material, okay? Or bait the audience. One of the things you can do is bait the audience by going, oh no, this is too gross for you guys. You guys can't take this. You won't be able to take this at all. No, tell us. Now they've asked for it. If they've asked for it, you can say all kinds of rude things to them for not wanting you to do the material groaning doing. The other thing is for you to groan. For you to go, this was just terrible. It was horribly disgusting. Now the audience knows it's disgusting, and they know that the performer knows it's disgusting. So they don't have to communicate that to you, okay? So they can not groan because you're groaning for them. I had one lady that was doing a piece about her little chihuahua had been eating his own poop, and the veterinary said, put Tabasco sauce on it, and just talking about that, the audience went, oh! And she went, what do I do? I said, well, why don't you go, oh! This dog was eating his own poop. This guy put some Tabasco sauce on it. And it didn't really work because when I came home, he was making turd burritos. Little tacos and stuff, And so the bit then worked because it started out with the gross stuff. She went into the gross, sound, right? And then it went into a cartoon. At the end of it was very cartoony, and the audience did. So she got past the gross part, there was more jokes to the whole bit about what the dog was doing. So that little cartoony bit of what the little chihuahua was doing worked really, really. Now the whole bit worked. Okay, instead of once you get an audience groaning at something, at anything that's like gross or something, they'll continue to groan because they need to continue to communicate with you. So the two tricks are to bait and switch, which is bait them into, make them want you to do it and then demand it. And the other is for you to give that gross sound. Oh, this is really disgusting. Oh, so they don't have to communicate it to you. And then a lot of times you can get away with some very, very gross material.